Last Wednesday, the Food and Drug Administration listed 14 cancer drugs that are experiencing shortages. What can we do about this? Hello, everyone, and welcome to SuttonsDaze. If you're new here, my name is Lisa, and we are all about pantry preparedness. This is a little off topic today, but I thought it was something that was important to share to make you aware of, and it's a call to action. We need you. We need you. We need your family. We need your friends. Let's see what's going on. So last Wednesday, the Food and Drug Administration announced a list of 14 cancer drugs, cancer treatment drugs, that they are experiencing a shortage of. Absolutely insane. Your whole world is turned upside down. You've been diagnosed with cancer, and the drugs that would do the best job at trying to save your life with the least amount of side effects, they can't get their hands on them. The doctors can't get their hands on them. Absolutely crazy. The FDA Commissioner, Dr. Robert Califf, told NBC News that the oncology shortage is especially critical. He's a former intensivist doctor, and he's very aware of the consequences if you can't get the needed chemotherapy. The FDA Commissioner, Dr. Robert Califf, says that the oncology shortage is especially critical. According to a March report from the Senate Committee on Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs, drug shortages are at record highs. New drug shortages increased by nearly 30% in 2021 and 2022. That is astronomical. By the end of 2022, there was a record 5-year high of 295 active drug shortages. Among the drugs in shortage is carboplatin. It's a chemotherapy agent used as a first-line treatment for a number of cancers. Carboplatin, I'm going to read this here, is such an important drug for the treatment of many cancers: breast cancer, ovarian, head and neck, lung cancer, among several others. And there's a shortage. A Florida cancer specialist knew that the shortage was coming and tried to prepare for it, right? Because, if you know, you do better, right? For the last couple of months, they've been rationing by rounding down doses of carboplatin by 10%, which the doctor says doesn't diminish the drug's efficiency or efficacy. They've been rounding down for a while, but they just plain flat ran out of the drug now. There's nothing to be rounded. One of the issues with alternative medications is that they're often not as good, okay? So it can compromise survival outcomes. In addition to that, because chemo is not a trip to Disneyland, my friends, okay? When there's more toxicity, there's more cost to treatment, because you're also dealing with the side effects or giving additional drugs to try to prevent the side effects. So the alternatives often, even though they're present, are still not meeting the best standard of care. Nationwide, hospitals and cancer centers have been forced to make similar decisions when it comes to cancer care. According to a May survey conducted by the Society of Genealogical Oncology, doctors in at least 40 states have at least one chemotherapy drug shortage. What led to the shortage? The current carboplatin shortage, I hope I'm not slaughtering that name, is caused in part by quality concerns at one manufacturing facility in India. Okay? But experts say the real problem is more chronic. Number one, bring that stuff home. Let's make it here. Unfortunately, the profitability of this industry is very low or non-existent. So there's no incentive for companies to make this. None. Because they're definitely not making money on it. And as most of us know, because they passed the law saying, yeah, go ahead and make commercials about the new pharmaceutical stuff that you've got, they're all in it for the money. They're all in it for the money. In a statement to NBC News, Intus Pharmaceuticals said it is working with the FDA to release existing inventory of carboplatin and other medical necessary products. It is also working with the agency on a plan to resume manufacturing, but added that a date has not been confirmed for when that will happen. Califf said the FDA is working with additional manufacturers to make more carboplatin available. Long-term solutions, however, are going to require intervention by Congress and the White House in order to get this industry in the right place, he said, adding that a White House team has been working on the drug shortage issue. We know how quickly they handle stuff there if it doesn't benefit some other side project they've got, right? P.S. Your constituents can't vote if they're dead. Here's my call to action. Write your representatives. Write every single one of them. You can do it from your computer. You can even call them. Google, who is my state representative? It's that simple. And then email or call them and tell them that they need to act quickly to ensure that we have the carboplatin that we need in this country for everyone that is undergoing some kind of cancer treatment. It is disgraceful. So we're less easy to ignore when there's a bunch of us, okay? So let's nail those representatives and make them do their job, which they so blatantly are incapable of doing. But let's force their hand and say, now's the time. These drug shortages have to stop. This has to stop. I encourage you to write a letter. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be wordy. It doesn't have to be poetry on a page. Do your job and find a way to get the drugs that we need to help sustain the health and safety and welfare of the citizens of this country who are paying your paycheck. I'll put a link down below to the original news story for this. I'll also put a link down below where hopefully you can find who your state representative is if you don't already know. I hope everyone is having a great day, and I hope that nobody you know or you are not being impacted by this horrible shortage. I'm hoping that everyone that this touches gets the treatment that they need. Until next time, everybody, be safe.